To create a pack product, we'll head to the products section on the left side of your screen in the Santé point of sale app. Once you select that, you're taken to the products table. And to create the product, we'll head to add product at the top right of your screen. We'd like to go through the 3 most common pack structures that we see across other liquor stores running their business on Santé. One is the case as the parent item. The second is the pack as the parent item. So that could be a 6-pack, a 4-pack, etc. The third is the single unit or single can as the parent item. We'll start with the case as the parent item. This structure is most common when the case itself is your leading seller, meaning that your 24-pack or your 30-pack or your 36-pack sell more than maybe the 6-pack does. All right, so we'll input the product name here, Coors Banquet 12-ounce can, and then we'll input the pack size. Since we're starting with the case as the parent, we're inputting the case quantity, which is 24 units per case. Now we'll input a price here. We'll do $24.99. There's a couple things to highlight as we're scrolling down. You see that we're recognizing the 24-pack as the parent here to make this clear. So your cost is essentially a case cost or 24-pack cost. If you input bottle deposits, that's a 24-pack bottle deposit. And as we scroll and get down to ordering and receiving, we now determine our packs per case. So given that the parent is the case, you actually have a 1-pack per case here. So your 24-pack is 1 per case. Now as we go to add inventory, we'll go here. Let's put 10 cases in stock, 1 24-pack per case. We'll make that case cost $16.49, and we'll add inventory. Now I'll scroll down to the pack section where I can create child packs that deduct from the same inventory pool that you see on the inventory card here. Once you select packs, you'll then select to add a pack, and you can input the pack name here. So we'll do Coors Banquet, 12-ounce can, 6-pack. And then under pack size, we'll input 6. And you'll see that what Santé is doing here is it's automatically counting your pack cost based on the units in the pack. If you think back to the parent variation of this item, you've input that there are 24 units in the parent variation of the item. So while we have a $16.49 case cost or pack cost here, we know that there are 24 cans making up this cost, which allow us to back into any pack size that you enter into the system as a child of the parent pack. You'll also see that Santé is automatically calculating the pack retail price. In this instance, it's using the margin from the parent variation to calculate the pack retail price. And you can mark this up. On the right side of the price, you'll see that the margin and markup is populated in real time. Before we move on to our second pack structure, we want to highlight a couple of things here. One is that each pack variation, whether it's the child or the parent, can technically have its own UPC or SKU number. So you see that you have unique fields here for each pack variation. Same with promo pricing and bottle deposits. So in this instance, where I have 6-packs being broken down from my parent case, you'll see that under other info on my product page, we have a UPC field. The other info section is always the parent UPC and SKU number. So for this specific instance, you'd be using the UPC code for the case. And to be a bit more clear, that's the UPC code on the cardboard box itself. And then for the 6-pack that you're breaking out from the case, you can use the UPC code directly from the can. That way, at the register, when cashiers are scanning the 6-pack or the case, the UPC codes don't conflict, but they still deduct from the same inventory pool. Now we'll create a pack product where the pack is the parent variation of the item. So up top, we'll type in local craft beer 4-pack, and in pack size, we'll put 4. And similar to earlier in the video, you'll see that the cost and the signifiers about the parent variation all show that it's a 4-pack. So we'll make this $10.99. And then we'll scroll down, reminding you that the other info section, this is where you input the parent UPC and parent SKU number. And then whenever we go down to ordering and receiving, you see that we have 4 packs per case. If we're assuming that the case is 24 individual cans, then your 4 packs per case would be 6. 6 times 4, 24. Now when we go to add inventory, we'll select add stock. And if I input the number of cases like before, 10, my packs per case is now 6. And we'll do my case cost is $19.99. Add to inventory. Once I've saved this inventory, you'll see on the inventory card that we show you your average pack cost. So that pack cost is the 4-pack, and then your average case cost. So that's the 24 cans. If we scroll down like we did before, switch packs on, select add pack, I can come here and do local craft beer case. And if I enter my pack size as 24, you see that my pack cost equals my last case cost here because this pack is the case. And then similarly, I have the ability to mark up or edit the estimated retail price that was calculated based on the margin and markup of the parent variation. So here we'll mark this down a little bit to $59.99. So I currently already have a 4-pack and a case of this local craft beer. And let's say that I also sell it by singles. I can come here, select add pack, and I'll do local craft beer single. And you see that my unit cost is already pre-calculated. I input that this is a single, so that pack unit cost doesn't change. My pack price, like always, automatically calculated. I'm going to mark that up just a little bit more. And now I can sell singles, cases, and the 4-pack from one common inventory pool. Lastly, let's go through creating a pack product where the single is the parent variation. This is most common when the single is your top seller of the item, or when you want your units per case measurement to be the actual number of cans or units in your case. We'll get started with Coors Banquet 16-ounce cans. We'll make the pack size 1. Note that you can either leave this blank or enter 1. If you leave it blank, Santé automatically assumes that it is a single. So we'll move to the price. We'll just say that this is $1.99. And now, as I'm going into my other info, what you'd want to put here if you sell the item as a single is you'd want to take the UPC code from the can or the container itself and input that into the UPC field here. Under your units per case, going back to what I said before, is that this is now going to be the actual number of cans or containers in the case. So we'll do 24 here. Then when we add stock and we add 10 cases, this is 24 units per case. Whereas previously in the video, if it was a 4-pack, that'd be 6 4-packs per case. When the parent variation was the case itself, that's actually 1 24-pack per case. But since the single is the parent variation, we're doing 24 singles as the case. We'll do $19.99 as our case cost. Add inventory here. So you see that we're now showing you the number of units and then your cases plus units that you have in stock. Let's create a couple of child variations of this item by opening packs and then selecting Add Pack. Once we're here, we can input the pack name. So we'll do Coors Banquet 16-ounce 6-pack. And under pack size, so this is the quantity here, we'll input 6. You see that the pack cost is automatically calculated. Our retail price is automatically calculated based on the margin from the parent variation. But we'll knock this down a bit since we've marked that parent variation up, given that it's a single. Reminder that each child variation can have its own unique UPC code and SKU. So in this instance, your 6-pack of cans would likely share the same UPC code as your parent variation here, given that the parent is the single. What we do when child and parent share UPC codes, when scanned at the register, we present the cashier with the option to select from the single or the 6-pack. So you can, in fact, have multiple of the same UPC codes mapped to different parent and child variations of your item. With our 6-pack set, we'll go ahead and add the case here as well. Coors Banquet, 16-ounce, 24-pack. We'll make the pack size 24, and then we'll knock this down to $39.99. You see we've got our margin, markup, our cost, and then you can enter your unique UPC and SKU number here. Like the other two ways that you can create a pack, whether that's the case is the parent, the pack is the parent, and now the single is the parent, we've structured it in a way that allows you to create an unlimited number of child variations of the parent item while deducting from one common inventory pool for your pack product.